If you had to guess, what would the best potential starting lineup be for the Pelicans right now? Let me know. Actually, no. Let's find out right now in Pelicans Scoop. What is up, everybody? What is good, everybody out there? Hopefully you're staying dry on this Hurricane Francine Eve, if that's what you want to call it. I am your host, Jordan Kitchens, and I am back with the Pelicans Scoop. Stop what you're doing. Hopefully by now you hear me in your head. Stop what you're doing. Smash that like button. Comment right now what you think the best start lineup for the Pelicans would be. Let me know. We can have some discourse in the comments. Let me know. And hit that bell notification so you can be informed when the Pelicans Scoop is dropping. So you just on it, man. Well, I want everybody on it. So today we're scraping the barrel. We're scraping the barrel, and we're going to put on our Willie Green thinking cap. Actually, we're going to say our Willie Green little zip-up jacket because he be in a zip-up jacket. So we're going to put our Willie Green zip-up jacket, and we're going to try and dissect what would the best potential lineup for starting night, opening night, October 23rd, for your New Orleans Pelicans. And I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm going to be so honest with everybody right now. I'm going to be as transparent as possible. I hated the idea of Zion at the 5, but as we get closer and closer and closer to October 23rd, it's becoming real apparent that Zion, he probably should be our starting 5. Now, granted, this lineup, these ideas I'm going to throw at y'all. We just throwing, these ideas I'm throwing at y'all. We just throwing to see what sticks, okay? I have no NBA, you know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of 2K experience, okay? I run a couple 2K lineups. I'm not a genius. I'm not a genius. All I can do is talk really well in front of a camera. So that's what I'm good at. So that's what we're going to dive into. So, because if y'all listen to my previous videos, I've been a huge denier in the Zion at the 5 movement. But as we get closer, guys, it's just kind of looking like this is what the lineup needs to be. So you clicked on this video. You seen the thumbnail. It's going to have CJ McCollum and Herb Jones. And that's what the first question, the real elephant in the room is. If you're not going to go with Zion at the 5, who's going to be on the bench? Right, out of those two guys, because we can already sit there and confirm DeJounte Murray, Brandon Ingram, and Zion are the start. Like, we ain't got to, like, those guys are solidified. And pretty much, I'm be 1,000 with you. CJ McCollum's kind of solidified too, just off money-wise. But unless he's beyond some real veteran Yoda, wisdom type mindset, be like, you know what, guys, I'll take the back seat and I'll come off the bench. That will ease a lot of this. Honestly, this video would just go to poof, like thin dust. It wouldn't even matter no more, because if he does that, that's what we all really want, but not at this price tag. But we're not diving into the numbers of that. We've been doing enough numbers. We're just diving into the lineup. So we can confirm what I'm looking at with the Zion at the 5, DeJounte Murray, CJ, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram at the 4, and Zion. Now, if this would be the starting lineup on opening night, it gives you a lot of creativity, but it also gives you a lot of options. So having depth is not a problem in the NBA. That's actually a luxury. So having this type of problem, but it's not really a depth thing, because if you have multiple centers, that means you don't have one center. That's how I feel about it. Same way, I hate that I be bringing up a lot of football references, but the same thing in football. If you're running like a 2-quarterback system, that means you don't have one quarterback. That's not good. That's not a good thing at all, right? So we have a lot of options at the 5. You can go with Daniel Tice, Carlo, Yves Messi, the rookie, and Trey Jemison, who's I think he's on the squadron, but he'll probably get called up because he's 6'11". He's a big body, big muscles. I liked him a lot. I thought the Grizzlies took him because he was on their summer league team. So in my mind, he wasn't on the team, but I was informed in the comments. Y'all let me know in the comments. I can't remember the video, but y'all let me know in the comments that Trey Jemison is on the roster still. So he's in the mix for that 5 spot if you're going to run with Zion at the 5. So it's Herb or CJ. Like I said, if CJ McCollum wants to be on some Yoda, real veteran, and take that back seat, we would love that. But I don't really think he will do that. So that's your 5 per se. That's the best 5 that I can think of, other than her. And I just hate the idea of having a first-team All-NBA defender off the bench like Herb Jones. That is a guy that needs to start the game every game, as long as he's healthy. Herb Jones should never come off the bench. He needs to be on the best player at every best perimeter player Herb Jones needs to be on to start the game, regardless of the fact. So I hate the idea of even tossing him out there that, well, we could take Herb off the bench and put no. I don't even like that idea at all. But a lot of people, they like the idea of CJ coming off the bench, and I'm kind of liking it too at this point because we really kind of need it, man. Because if Brandon Ingram's still on the team, we kind of need you to do that. So moving on after that, I mean, you have Jose off the bench. So your first bench unit, what I'm looking at, would be Jose at the 1. God willingly, Willie Green lets the reins off Jordan Hawkins, so Jordan Hawkins can take that 2 spot. Trey Murphy, obviously, who potentially should be a starter right now, but conversation for another day. Jeremiah Robinson Earl to come in for Zion or BI. And like I said, that center spot, plenty of names to go out there. You have 4, well, really 3.5 guys. 3.5 guys really that you can go with. But it's really, I don't know. I mean, you have an unproven rookie. You have kind of 2 unproven rookies because Carlo's pretty much a rookie. This will be his first NBA season. So you have 2 unproven rookies. But Carlo's a professional. He's been playing professional ball, and honestly, he played like 1 summer league game, and then they signed him like that. Yeah, we locking him in. We seeing enough. So you should know Carlo will definitely be in the rotation, and Daniel Tice, he'll probably be the first big man off the bench, or probably be the first starter at the 5 if you want to start a big man when we play like, a team with a legitimate big that will like Embiid, like starting Zion on Embiid. I don't know. To be real, I can sit there and name the centers in the West again, do that again for y'all, but y'all get the picture. I don't like it at all, but as we get closer and closer, and it looks like Brandon Ingram's going to be on this roster opening night, this is kind of what I'm envisioning. And you've been hearing a lot of rumors, like a lot of rumblings that they're kind of might be leaning towards this way. But a Swiss Army knife guy that we signed from the Bulls, Javonte Green, who I think will obviously Swiss Army knife, who might take that Najee Marshall type of role. He's a wild card for me. That in the rotation, he'll be a wild card. He's a veteran. Willie Green loves veterans. If you know how to play Willie Green, he's gonna find a way to get you on the court. So you can expect him to be in the rotation. Same way with Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Willie Green likes him a lot. That's why I think he'll be a big part of the rotation. And then you got some guys that's kind of like filling in the cracks. That occasionally we might have to call upon them to need a big game. Like Matt Ryan specifically, we seen early in the season when they might throw him out there, he can catch fire instantly, real sharp shooter. Antonio Reeves from Kentucky, interesting. He unfortunately he's gonna have to endure the Willie Green stigma of a rookie. Trying to get some playing time on a team like this, but early in the season, you're not really trying to burn guys into the ground. So, the first couple months of the season, he might get a couple ticks, might get a couple burns every now and then. And we might see what he can do if he can play, if he can't. But Antonio Reeves, Matt Ryan, De'Aaron Sebron, who's been how long has Sebron been on the Pelicans in the organization, man? Like he's been around the way for a minute now. And I don't know when he's ever going to crack the lineup. I'm to be real, if I was him, I'm not even going to say that. But maybe Sebron, Jamal Cain, and Malcolm Hill to fill out those. If you're calling on them, it's probably a blowout. You're not really looking for them to really contribute anything, but you never know. You never know who might take that next jump, so you never know. But outside looking in, you're not really expecting those guys. They just, come in every now and it's a blowout or something. Come, get the last 5 minutes of the game. Get a couple buckets, man, get your stats right. But end of the day, man, like the lineup, I don't hate the lineup. A lineup of DeJounte, CJ, Herb, Brandon Ingram, and Zion Williamson. I don't hate the – you know what? I said before, I have a 2K brain. I have an NBA 2K brain, so maybe that's why I don't hate the lineup. In real life, this probably is stupid, honestly. We might revisit this video in December and be like, well – it was a stupid idea. What you've been saying. It was a stupid idea for Zion at the 5. Like, that's not sustainable. But I will say, if Willie Green can really open his mind up, if he can really expand his mind, open his mind, you have endless possibilities of different combinations you can go with. And you're not going to get tortured with, those Willie Green lineups where he had like Dyson, Najee, Zion, like a bunch of non-shooters and like one shooter. Like that's just clunky, clunky. We ain't gotta worry about that. I think there's a lot of cohesiveness with this roster other than the center spot, but a lot of guys that know their roles, and a lot of guys that's been here, that's been in the system. I mean, other than DeJounte Murray and Javonte Green, well, Daniel Tice and, the rookies, same team. The meat and potatoes of the team is still the same, right? The sides might be a little different, but the actual main course of the dish is still the same guys. That we've been here since 2019, basically. Brandon Ingram and Zion, or Herb and, CJ filled in. But matter of fact, I'll do y'all one better. Brandon Ingram and Zion are currently y'all longest tenured Pelicans on the roster. Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram are the longest tenured Pelicans on the team. And it feels like, at this point, it feels like Zion has been here, but Zion is 24 years old, and he's the longest tenured Pelican on the team. He's pretty much the vet now, other than CJ. Like, he's the guy that's been here. He's the guy, him and Brandon. So maybe that's why David Griffin is finding it hard to, if you're not going to keep Brandon Ingram and you find it hard to sign him, I don't know. Maybe that's why he wants to keep him around, just off the fact that he's tied to him. Like, these are Griff's guys. Everybody here is a Griff guy. So we shall see what this lineup, how it changes, or in what ways, and we shall see how it goes, man. I can't give nobody no promises. I can't give anybody promises. We're just here talking hypotheticals. So let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what y'all feeling like. What are y'all thoughts on where you see the opening night lineup? I want to know the opening night lineup. I'm not trying to hear, I think forget the January. I'm talking October 23rd against Chicago Bulls. What would be the lineup y'all think starting five? Let me know in the comments. Everybody in the Louisiana area, obviously, we're Pelicans fans, so hope everybody is staying safe with Hurricane Francine on the way. Everybody staying dry. Do not go outside. I'm at work, so I'm not a good example. Don't listen to me, but stay in the house, man. If you have no idea to be outside, you have no reason to be outside, don't do it. Stay in the house. Stay dry. Watch your Pelicans Scoop. And, man, I'm going to see y'all in the next video, man. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your starting lineups. This has been Jordan Kitchens, and I'm signing out. Peace.